Hi, welcome to CUTV. Today we're joined by BBC presenter, documentary filmmaker, writer and producer Reggie Yates. So firstly, I just wanted to ask you, because you've had a really long career.
Way to make me feel old. Good God. You're really old. You've been around forever, Reg.
I kind of have, yeah.
So how did you first get into the industry?
I got into television at 8 years old. I was just like all my other mates, a normal North London kid who wanted to find something to do after school.
Yeah.
And that something ended up being drama. And it was a little club, drama club, called Anna Shear Theatre, just by a park called Barnard Park, and we used to all kick about in the park, and we ended up joining Anna's. My mum sent me down there. It was £2.50 a lesson, and I was there from the age of 8 till 18. And quite quickly, I got on what they call the casting card, which was where you join the agency and then you get to go for auditions. So I went for my first audition when I was like 8 and a half, and I got it, and I've been working ever since.
So I was wondering if you had any advice for young people now who might want to get into a similar career.
Yeah, I mean it's so much easier now. It's really, really different. It's a very different situation. If you want to be in media in some way, shape or form, it is not difficult now because you can build your own platform, you can build your own channel, you can build your own website, you can do anything. The trick is sticking with it and building your own audience. I think having the faith to know that you're making content that you might think is great and 5 people are seeing it, but to maintain that and waiting for your audience to come, that is the tough thing. And not a lot of people are willing to do that because, not to sound like the old man, but I do think that there is this weird sort of sense of impatience when it comes to people in the industry now, because there are so many examples of success, and so many different various types of success that a lot of people sort of just want it yesterday.
So more recently you've been making documentary films, and as part of that you often have to engage with people who have quite discriminatory or intolerant views. I was wondering what your strategy was for dealing with those people and engaging with those people. It's
really just about understanding that it's not about me. If I'm interviewing someone who is offensive to me, it's my responsibility to continue that conversation because I'm there to deliver this person's opinion for the greater good, which is the film and the audience at home. And whenever I go away to make a film, at the core of that film is an issue. But we get to the issue in a way that you wouldn't on an Equinox or one of those other sort of more button-up factual programs, because we get to an issue through the people. And human interest is what I'm galvanized by. Issues, yes, and I like to get to issues and discuss them, but to get to those issues via people is the key. And that's kind of the way we do it, regardless of how shocking or horrific some of the things that we have to see in the process actually are.
So you experience these issues through the people who are often worst affected by them, and through that process you often discover huge structural failings. And how does that feel, when you try delving into this issue and you're just confronted with this complete...
Yeah, if you face systemic problems, like for instance being in South Africa and seeing a system that's failing, like the BE system that was over there, the AA system that they put into place, the ANC put in, or even being in jail and just seeing these horrific conditions for mental health patients that have been put in place to help, and you know that that's not going to change in the duration of your time there. You're just essentially witnessing a failing system. It's frustrating. Of course it's frustrating. But you're not there to fix something, and you're not there to find an answer. What you are there to do is to discuss a subject in as much of an entirety as you can, and try and present it in as an objective way as possible as you can, and that's it. I'm not going around the world with a magic wand fixing everybody's problems. That's not what I'm going to do, and I definitely don't have all the answers because I'm a massive idiot. So it's not for me to fix anybody's issues, but what it is for me to do is to talk about them and start conversations across the country, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to talk about your short films that you've made. You've made a series of short films, and the themes that you tackle in those short films include absentee fathers, criminality, racial inequality. Why was it important for you personally to tackle these themes?
Yeah, well, I've made 4 short films now, and as a writer-director I've got a few projects that should be coming out next year that I'm working on at the minute, and we'll find out in the next couple of weeks just how big they'll be and just how soon they'll be coming to your screens. But there is, at the core of all of the work that I do, that I'm spearheading at least, some sort of perspective and some sort of voice because I have something to say.
Yeah.
So I like to challenge the audience in terms of the content and give them something to talk about once the credits roll. Because in drama, just as much as in factual, I never try and create an answer. My main aim is to create a conversation, and I think that conversation is the starting point to any sort of change. And if I can be a part of that, then that's really, really important.
So what's next for the future then?
It's storytelling, really. My plans for the future are to tell stories in as many interesting ways as possible, and to start conversations about things that matter, really. So in drama, there's a feature film and a TV series that you guys will hopefully know more about in the next 12 months. And in factual, there's lots more hours of TV. There's 2 that are in the can, another couple that we should be shooting fairly imminently, and lots of other bits and pieces across next year that we'll be making. And in photography as well. I mean, I've always taken photos just for me because I enjoy taking them. But I've just shot a project for Amnesty International, and the exhibition will be, I think we're having the exhibition in December, and that's a project on identity. So I've shot people with albino people. Mm-hmm. And it investigates and discusses identity and where people place themselves versus where the wider world sees them. So there will always, I think, at the core of the work that I spearhead be something that will start a conversation and hopefully move the needle in terms of positive change.
No. Well, perfect. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. No problem.
I'm excited to see this stuff.
Yeah, there's lots coming.